I know. I still need to give Simon his thyroid medication an hour late. I still need to give Simon his. So that's awesome. I'm just doing too much in the morning, man. I really am. I keep fucking up on Simon's medication literally every day. Right, like 3 days in a row now. I haven't drank since Saturday, and I'm fucking up more than ever this week. Gotta scare Mama away. I mean, what the fuck is the point of me meticulously weighing these things out on a jewelry scale if I'm gonna be a fucking hour late? God damn it. Fuck! Get back. Get back. Good one. Set the freaking alarm for it and everything. I like, dude. Didn't set the. I gotta fucking set this. I didn't think I had to set the fucking snooze. You know. I thought, hey, I can remember from now till 5 minutes from now to give Simon his medication. Why wouldn't I be able to remember that? But this fucking. I'm just doing too much in the morning, man. Fucking shit. I got multiple different routines that have to be completed. Running myself too thin in the first 2 hours after I get up. Well, the thumbnail, I thought maybe putting a different kind of thumbnail with my picture on it would help today's stream. I didn't. I've messed up 3 times this week with Simon's medication. I've allowed him to eat her food twice within 2 hours, once within 10 minutes of him having his medication. And then his thyroid medication late. So there's 3 fuck ups. And since Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've had 4 days of not drinking, and I fucked up 3 days of it with his medication. What the fuck, man? That's pretty bad. In 4 days, I've screwed up 3 of them. I wasn't screwing up much when I was drinking. It's weird. Fucking weird, man. Like I'm scatterbrained now. My GABA receptors are all fucking out of whack, and likes his bowl. No, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of them. I think I messed up more than that. I think I've messed up more than that. The cat medication thing really is like it's a lot of responsibility, dude. It, for the medication every day and on time and the right amount. I wish I was an OCD a little bit. Sometimes I'll throw away 10 pills in the morning just trying to get them within my limits, within my tolerances that I'd like them to be at, to be equal dosages. I go through this about 10 minutes of splitting pills sometimes, just trying to get them right with my fingernails and split, and I weigh them on the scale, and if they're not right, those QC'd out, try again. It makes all that for nothing when I screw up on the timing. The timing and the dosage has to be the same every time, or it's all for nothing. The meticulous weighing of it is for fucking actually for no reason at all. If I don't get the timing right too. That's why I'm really just like, what am I doing? I'm wasting my fucking time if I can't get it all right, man. I don't want to do that. I gotta snap the fuck out of it. Program. If I were to do that kind of shit at work, I'd be fucking about getting laid off or something. Actually. I mean, this is just another proof. I'm not fucking meant for the workforce. I can't even fucking keep this shit together, man. I live here and I can't even keep this shit together. I'm not high. I haven't smoked anything today. I haven't drank anything. I'm sober. I fucking still can't do this. And my cat's life depends on it. Fuck, man. I'd probably be more likely to do everything correctly if I smoke first, actually. And I've said that before. It's crazy, dude. But I think that my endocannabinoid system needs weed for my body to fucking act. For me to be able to live life to my fullest. Because it makes me more paranoid, you know. Maybe makes me a little more like, oh shit, I don't want to forget that. I don't want to forget that. I gotta remember to do that. It makes me more alert in a sense to not screw some things up. Maybe. The thing with Simon eating, like that's just me, like thinking that he couldn't jump up there. I screwed up on that one. And then he ate down there once too, though. Like, it's hard to keep track of all this shit, man. It was hard enough keeping track of him not eating within the 4-hour window or a 2-hour on either side of his. It was hard enough to remember that without having to like make sure that he's not eating her food. But I don't want to keep them separated. Eating food. I'm going to open it up for her now. Come on. Wait for. Well, that jumping spider, that black jumping spider, is living in my backyard still. She's it's the mama jumping spider. She actually got a little bigger. It's like a little baby tarantula almost. But she was on like I in the mornings, in part of the routine is no name. I don't like naming things, dude. I don't like giving animals names. Because who am I to name them? I didn't even want to give Simon a name. I didn't want to give her a name. I still don't even like her name. I kind of wish it was a human name. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's hard for me to make decisions on stuff like that because it's so permanent. And like, I wish they could decide. Tell me what they want me to call them. I can't even imagine having a kid and being taxed with having to name it. I wouldn't like that at all. At all. I got made fun of for my name most of my childhood. It wasn't my first name, it was my last name. But uh, I don't know. That's another reason why I really never wanted to have kids. I didn't want my kid to have to go through the same shit. Simon Cyberman. Or possibly get my illnesses hereditarily. I don't know. Oh, really? It was hard for you too? Like, I can't even imagine that kind of responsibility, knowing that, like, they're going to be called that for the rest of their lives. Like, I don't. Who am I to fucking pick that? You pick a kid. I feel bad for Simon, but he's letting out the cold air. Like, I feel bad for him because he can't ever look outside, so I'm letting him look out the front door right now, but I really want to shut it. I don't necessarily like everybody that walks by here when I'm talking about those the neighbors. Dude, I don't even know what to do with this channel anymore. If I should just stop doing this over here and start doing it on Doe Show, because we're not growing. I don't know what to do to make this grow. I've been stuck at 19 subs for like 3 weeks. I have zero motivation to do the taxes, dude, because it just reminds me of how much money I've spent on this and how much money I'm no longer making on this. It's fucking all depressing. Why do you go to the same? on, here. Here, dude. Fucking lost your mind. You think I'm gonna go out there? Oh, you did? Well, that's interesting. Why would they even ask you? That's so weird. That's so weird that they would ask you that. You're here all the time. Like what do they think you're gonna say? Was I guess if you don't say anything, then they ding me. Dude, my stomach growls when I dab. It's weird. I figured they sent it to everyone who watched. Oh no. Maybe. But that's Brody. They sent it. What do you mean? It wasn't just in your feed? It was in an email? Simon, what are you doing there? Why are you fucking? See, he's already setting up. He's like down here facing the thing, and it's up here. Yeah, he's trying to make a move for it. Fucking Simon's really starting to piss me off with this shit, dude. He knows I don't want him eating that food. It's like the equivalent of him like digging food out of the trash almost, and me telling him no, and he still does it. A little bit. He did that when he was really like on his thyroid, and I scolded him for it too because I didn't know what was going on. Digging food out of the trash like that. And then I found out he had a thyroid problem. I felt so bad about yelling at him for it. He was like, I got up in the morning, he's straight digging shit out of the trash can. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Bro. Yeah, I guess it was just a thyroid thing, man. I felt so fucking bad. Damn it. Knowing something was wrong with him, I guess. But dude, I was taking him in all the time and getting him looked at. I was going to all the appointments. You already want out, bro? Hey, did you see that community post on Doe Show yesterday? About the military? Yeah. The guy commented, I'm gonna look at my comments in a second. Never wants to hang out with me anymore. He just wants to come in here, try to get her food, and leave. That's a little annoying too. I mean, maybe he doesn't like it in here anymore because it smells so much like her shit. I don't know. I can't smell it. COVID. COVID screwed my olfactory gland up tremendously. I used to have such a good sense of smell that it actually like caused me to not get with some women in the past because they had this musk to them that I could always like I could smell my own like musk much more easier too. Like I could just dude I could smell 100 times more better before COVID. It's crazy. It never came back completely. But now I don't know how bad it is in here. I don't smell anything. Right. Okay. Damn, it had 4 likes yesterday. Now it only has 2 likes. That's weird. I got 2 likes on yesterday's community post. Dude. Stop fucking doing that, dude. Leave me alone. Okay. I've been running full speed for 2 fucking hours. Chill the fuck out. Don't claw me on the chair. Don't bite my feet. None of that shit. Huh? Thank you. 5,000 fucking subs. 2 people like my community post. That's fuck, man, dude. I'm dead. I'm a fucking dead streamer, dude. I don't even know why I fucking do this shit anymore at all. Oh, to appease the very few people that still come through here. Oh, she does? I hope she gets better soon. Not gonna get tested? Dude, I don't like the fact that this guy wears fucking lip eyeliner or whatever. I don't. If is he? What the fuck is going on with this shit? Most important is that really eyeliner? Huh? Weird. I just asked in the chat over there. They got 600 people watching. Maybe somebody will answer me. Joel Roberts says yes. Well, she went for the other one. That's good. Do it for the half-eaten one first. I didn't mush it into the water today. I just used the water as I put it in the can. I switched it around and I poured it on top, so it's kind of like a gravy around it. And as you can see this morning, Mama went straight for the water and drank it, lapped it up first, and then ate the food. I don't know, it gives a little more different texture to it. They can kind of bite into this loaf, and also makes it super easy to see if one of them's eating one of them. Oh no, I didn't. I missed it. She doesn't like the beef or what? Or she likes it so much she's like, what is this doing here? Oh my god, Mama's gonna kill me. The beef is here. Oh, she's loving that gravy too. Trying to get him to drink more water. Be another hot one. Yeah, they were both sitting down. Like when Tuxedo ate some of the crumbs, I noticed, and I went out there, and Mama was still out there watching her at the end of the sidewalk on the left, watching her eat the crumbs, and that's why she came back so fast for the second one. She was already there. Stop doing that. Fuck, that's a dude. This cat, she gets my attention by clawing the chair right here. It's like her way to get my attention, just claw the chair. Fuck, man. I gotta train her to stop fucking doing that, or otherwise, if I get a new chair, she's just gonna do it to that one too. I'd rather not. Why I can't let her out of here? Because a little shit like that, dude. What's her deal? Stop clawing shit. When I tell you, she can't. Simply start clawing one area that's literally right underneath me, and all I gotta do is swat her away. She won't even stop that. So, like, if I let her out there, those couches are gonna get ravaged. They're gonna turn into her personal scratch toys. She's looking down the hallway all weird. Oh yeah, I forgot I got that bottle. That's right. Oh, Royce hadn't been uploading videos lately. Like 3 days. He's on a dry spell. Maybe he stopped eating. Fans gathering for a Taylor Swift concert. Jeez. Why is she so famous, dude? I don't really understand it. Kind of weird. Is it her name? Is that what it is? Swift. Okay, the girls want to be like her. Girls wish they looked like her. And they wish they had her name. Something. I don't know. I wonder how that happens. Cause like I don't know any of her songs. I don't know what any of them sound like. It may be if someone showed one to me, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know that song. That's her. Oh, okay, that's it." I'm sure I've heard her. No, 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 I'm doing this. This doesn't mean don't play. Or, his name. Damn it. His name. Someone was at the Opry last night, though. Wouldn't normally have been there. I just forgot his name. Pretty famous, too. He lip syncs his big concerts. You have to be in my lap right now, kitty. Look at this, huh? You gotta come see what I'm messing with, huh? I'm gonna try to wear her out with this because she's fucking off today. Constant, or up and down, in my lap, down here. So, no, no, no. I don't know how she has so. Really don't. Didn't even. I had to coerce her to finish her dinner from last night. Just put out her breakfast after feeding outdoor cats. Okay. Okay. Jeez. We're good. Dude. Yeah. Chill out for a while now. I don't know. She could play forever, and it's alarming because she'll start panting and shit. Simon wants in. Like, what are you gonna do with her now? You want to play with it with her? No. The first thing he does is look up there. He's staring up there right now. No, no. I also don't want now. So seriously, you just saw me put it up there again. Are you gonna go for it again? Still panting and running around. Looking up there. Sniffing there. He's constantly staring up there and sniffing. Ceramic, yeah. That was the old one. An arrest has been made in connection with the deaths of Matthew Perry. Yeah, one of the drug dealers, I think. Yeah, it's pretty wild that they'll try so hard to get somebody who killed him, but what about all the dealers that are killing fentanyl? Uh, like with fentanyl, are they trying that hard to get the dealers of that? Like, man, he died from ketamine, dude. Like, he was probably, dude. Anyway, he was probably just trying to have a session and got a little stupid. How is that the fucking dealer's fault? Fuck, it's just stupid, dude. They shouldn't go after the dealer. It's ketamine. It's not fentanyl. It's something that's actually therapeutic. And he fucked up on it. It's like someone selling him DMT and he passed out in the fucking tub smoking DMT. Are you gonna go after a fucking DMT dealer? That's fucking stupid. It's not a drug that's known for killing people. He died off of his own dumbass mistake of doing it in the bathtub. You don't do DMT in the bathtub either. That's how you die doing that shit too. The one death that I know of from DMT, someone did it. I don't know the person, but it's a story I heard. Did it next to a river. He was with some friends and they were camping. And he smoked it next to a river by himself. And apparently walked into the water or some shit. I don't fucking know. He drowned it in the river. Psychedelics are dangerous in the water. Ones that make you knock out, especially. Oh yeah, it's controlled. I mean, before just recently, it was only used in animal veterinary as a tranquilizer, cat tranquilizer or some shit. I think they also use it. Yeah, some states have it. They're using it for. What do you mean you can't buy it? You can't buy it. No, you can't just go buy ketamine. It's a controlled substance. Until just recently, they didn't even use it on people. For the past like 10 years or so, they've been using it on people for therapy. A vitamin? Ketamine? Oh, Special K. I think they use it on all types of animals in different dosages. Even hordes, they use it on horses. Essential veterinary use of ketamine. One of the world's most widely used anesthetic medicines in veterinary practice worldwide, also for the provision of anesthesia in certain circumstances. Limitation to its availability would be a major loss to animal welfare. See. See. Ketamine sedative combinations administered by dart gun are the basis of much wildlife anesthesia, both in the captive zoo situation and for animal management in the wild. It is a drug of choice for members of the cat family, lions, tigers, etc., and is useful in many other species, e.g., wild ruminants. Another major veterinary use of IM ketamine is for anesthesia of laboratory animals to enable research procedures to be carried out. He didn't get up there, did he? And I didn't notice. Look at my leg just saying. It was kind of weird. You too. Hey, hey, hey. Well, now they're off to the races. Are you gonna not attack him now? Please? For large domestic animals in developed and developing countries, ketamine by intravenous route is the drug of choice for induction and sometimes maintenance of anesthesia. It is used widely in horses, cattle, and other large animals, e.g., camels. Also, it is also given by epidural injection for anesthesia in suitable cases, large and small animals following spinal surgery. Once again, the fact that it does not need intravenous access is an important point. Hey, hold up. She's trying to hide under the chair. She's like, maybe. Wanted to bust her wound open, though. That's all. I don't think he. I don't think he will, dude. At this point, like he doesn't seem to want to learn. She was she didn't like hanging out next to the fucking power strip and all the cables. It's her favorite place to go because she knows Simon knows better. But probably not, I don't know. It's probably not good for her to just hang around a power strip like that, laying right next to it. Attacking him again. Creepy. She keeps attacking him while he's trying to just lay down. Oh, really? Is that what he's saying? Oh. I wonder if he's gonna even go live today. Last time he went live super late. It was doing Ukraine and Israel. Oh, he's really trying to be a restreamer. I mean, he is. He's making thousands of dollars a day, probably, or at least a few hundred a day. Well, multiple people have been arrested for Matthew Perry's death. These people are saying.
Been arrested in connection to the death of actor Matthew Perry. Gigi Garcia joins us now at the table with details. Good morning.
Good morning. This is huge news because it sends a message to drug dealers, people who are providing these types of drugs, that they are not exempt from the law. Now, officially, the investigation into how Matthew Perry died began on October 28th of last year, when the actor was found dead at his Pacific Palisades home. But it was when the medical examiner determined he died because of a ketamine overdose, among other things, that investigation became a criminal one. And today, after 9 months, word is that arrests have been made, presumably of those connected to or provided directly the Friends star with the ketamine. It is a drug intended for use as an anesthesia in both humans and pets. Off market, it's known as a club drug, which causes people to disassociate from reality. It can even cause amnesia and has been linked to sexual assaults. Today's operation involved the LAPD and federal agencies, including the U.S. Attorney's Office, the DEA, and the U.S. Postal Service. Now, Matthew Perry had been receiving infusions of ketamine for depression and anxiety, but not in the quantity that the medical examiner said was actually found in his blood. At the time of his death, reportedly, he had enough ketamine in his system as if he had been put under anesthesia. They believe he lost consciousness in his jacuzzi, eventually going underwater and drowning. And Jen and Melvin, in a couple of hours, there's going to be a big media availability with the Department of Justice, and we're going to learn much more about this arrest, including word that a doctor may even be involved in this.
Yeah, it's rare that you see arrests like this happen after a drug-related death, so it's nice to see some accountability there for once.
You know, federal agencies know that it's not the drug user.
Bro, it'd be nice if we saw some accountability in some cases that actually matter. It's ketamine, dude. The amount of deaths on ketamine are drastically smaller than the amount of deaths on fentanyl. What are you talking about? What the fucking news is retarded, man? It's like, they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Hippies do ketamine. I mean, they'll just be. Most people don't get hurt by ketamine. They'll just be walking around in a daze, or they'll go into a K-hole. And everybody knows you go into a K-hole, that's anesthesia. That's you're pretty much under anesthesia at that point. And a lot of people do that. People have been doing that for decades, going into K-holes. You go into a place, a lot of people are freaked out by it because you go in and you can't get out. You're stuck in there. That's why it's called a K-hole. You're in a hole. That's what happened to him. You went into a K-hole. I did K once on accident. I thought it was blow. Me and a friend did it, and he was like, "Yo, this is K." I was like, "It sucks." We didn't do that much, so it just kind of had me stuck on the couch for a while, feeling kind of shitty. But it's not known for killing people. He fucked up. He fucked up. He should have known better, dude. He definitely knew better. He knew what the hell he was doing. He's the only celebrity that I bumped into at a AA meeting in Brentwood. When I was in a program at the West LA VA, we would go to meetings in Brentwood right there. And he was there in the front. It was a huge meeting. I didn't actually talk to him or anything, but I remember seeing him there. So he's been in and out of the game for a while when it comes to this. He knew what he was getting himself into with that shit, dude. The possibility. Maybe he even wanted it to happen. Who fucking knows? I don't know, man. He still seems to have been in recovery, or he wouldn't have been having K infusions like that. So, in fact, if they're going after multiple drug dealers of K, which, a little ridiculous, because it seems like they were actually giving it to somebody who was using it therapeutically. He wasn't going out and going to he wasn't driving on it and going to a party and driving back home on it. He was at home. He was seemingly trying to use it therapeutically, dude. And they are faulting them for it. They weren't selling it to some young kid that didn't have any wherewithal with what the fuck they were doing and what could happen. It's a grown-ass man, born 1969, man. Been around for a while. That's I don't know. For them to be like
involved in this.
Yeah, it's rare that you see arrests like,
Including word that a doctor may even be involved in this.
oh,
yeah, it's rare that you see arrests like this happen after a drug-related death. So it's nice to see some accountability.
a doctor
there for
too.
once.
You know, federal
Wow.
agencies know that it's not the drug user. The drug use is not going to end with
Oh,
the person who
man.
overdosed. It's going to end when they get the people behind, the people who are selling and providing
right.
these types of drugs.
And still so many questions.
What did she just say?
Drug use is not going to end once. You know, federal agencies know that it's not the drug user. The drug use is not going to end with the person who overdosed. It's going to
Drug use is never going to end, you dumb cunt. What do you got in your cup there, bitch? Is that coffee? Guess what? That's a drug. Or extremely addicted to and have withdrawal symptoms from. What about sugar? What about alcohol? I bet she drinks. Look at her crow's feet. Who knows? She might even have some vodka in her cup right now with her fucking coffee. Yeah, they need to. It's never gonna stop until they get rid. You know what? Maybe they should get rid of coffee. Maybe they should get rid of sugar. Maybe they should get rid of alcohol. Maybe we would all be better off if they made it so that we're unable to get fucking any. Maybe they should make us more like China and make the penalties so severe that if anybody gets busted, they'll do life in prison, and we'll just have prisons full of. No, wait, we tried that. It didn't fucking work, you dumb old hag. Fuck you. She's probably my age. She just looks older. Prohibition doesn't work. They really only need to go after the drug dealers that are dealing drugs that are fucking killing people. Meth? Fentanyl? Because most of the planet can get behind that. Ketamine? Not everyone's going to get behind that one. It's therapeutic. Drugs that are therapeutic, it's hard to get behind a prohibition of. Even alcohol is semi-therapeutic. It can be, because it allows us to be closer to one another. It's a social thing. It's a social lubricant. If used responsibly, I mean, I guess some could say that about those, about meth and fentanyl. Yeah, use it responsibly, just a little bit, just a little pinch. The trick is just use a little just a little bit. Microdosing the fentanyl. That's how you do it. Yeah, it causes problems. Yeah. Well, they all need to be taken down then. Sugar causes the most problems of any of them. Dude, if we illegalized sugar and sugar substitutes, imagine. Or made it so, like, I don't know, there was some sort of limitation on how much sugar someone was allowed to eat per day. Or if we just illegalized sugar, though. Sugar and sugar substitutes. It would probably reduce our healthcare costs by half. The thing is, they get us addicted to it at a very young age. Candies for kids, you know? And then what happens is that just carries on into adulthood and different items. Like you go on from eating candy to drinking the Vente Starbucks syrup drink for breakfast, you know, or whatever. You go, like, kids go from candy to other shit. What the fuck, bitch? Out of the room, dude. And I want her out of the room, just not in my house. I would never sit to my lap. Don't think they're good together here. They always fight. He licks her, sure, but he fights her and then leaves. Oh, man. Biden and Harris deliver remarks on lowering costs for American people. 10:30. They're going to be having that talk at 10:30. Yeah, so it is. Tim Walz probes for obvious security risk over trips to China.
Still shocking is about.
I want to start the hour by talking about an issue impacting thousands of members of the LGBTQ+ community in our state. Texas is one of many states in the country that lacks laws designated to protect members of the LGBTQ community from discrimination.
They're allowed to discriminate against them?
Housing
Who the
or
fuck?
employment solely based on gender identity and or sexual orientation. Joining me now, Ad Council Chief Campaign Development Officer Heidi Arthur and Brad Sears, Founding Executive Director of Williams.
I just paid $4 something a gallon for gas. What do you mean?
So much for coming on the show. We appreciate
That
your
mean
time.
it didn't go up.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
For people saying, wait, what did he just say? This is reality in 2024. Talk to us about that. People not familiar with this discrimination existing today, how does it impact people?
Yeah, I think
it's
people
$5 for premium mail out
when
here.
We look at national data from surveys from LGBTQ people. We find that about half are not out at work, and the reason why they're not out at work is because about half of LGBTQ people report being discriminated against or harassed at work. About a third report similar discrimination in housing when they're going to rent an apartment or from their landlord or tenants, or already when they have an apartment. And I guess what's still shocking is about half the states, including Texas, don't have legal protections that prohibit that discrimination and harassment.
And I'm curious to know. Obviously, we're talking about people within the LGBTQ community. But for those saying, hey, you know what? I'm not part of that community. This doesn't impact me. It does. It does impact you. Talk to us about how this has a ripple effect on the at large, the greater community.
I mean, I would say, discrimination against one community fuels discrimination for everybody in our country. And this campaign is truly designed to take on bias, hate, and discrimination through a lens of our shared humanity. The American Dreams film is all about the fact that we all share the same hopes and dreams. We all want a safe home. We all want the opportunity for a better life. We all want to go to sleep at night feeling safe and sound. Yet this is not the reality for many people in our country, including the LGBTQ community, because of the increased discrimination that they face, as well as Brad said, the lack of protections. And it's real, and people just are not aware.
Talk to us about rights, specifically here in Texas, and to folks living or staying in other states where this also applies. Talk to us about rights and what people can do if they feel as if this is happening to them or a loved one.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what area of your life you're being discriminated, harassed against. So there are federal protections if you feel like you are being discriminated against at work or being harassed by Opportunity Employment Commission. Federally, you just can't at the state level. And so for many people, the federal process can be more expensive. It can take a lot of time. And so they really rely in a number of states on state legal protections that doesn't exist for Texas, for employment, for housing, for discrimination by businesses.
Talk to us about Love Has No Labels, the campaign, and how it's helping to combat discrimination.
I mean, one of the beauties of this campaign, again, it's not wagging the finger. It's not saying there's something wrong with you. It's about empowering people, about increasing empathy and understanding, and engaging people in creating the world that they all say they want. Everyone wants to live in an inclusive and accepting society. And by revealing our shared humanity, exposing people to stories for individuals where they may not know anybody from the LGBTQ community, and you can go deep and see, wow, that should not happen to my neighbor, to my friend, to anybody. And being able to raise awareness, increase empathy and understanding, have people educate themselves on what is the situation in my own backyard. We're really empowering people with knowledge, which is truly helpful to address an issue that for many can feel so amorphous.
For people wanting to get involved, looking to get involved, how can they go about doing so?
They should go to lovehasnolabels.com and explore the site. We go deep in education. We help people find ways to engage with groups in their own community or at the national level, and feel empowered with knowledge so that you can increase conversation. We find that lack of awareness sometimes as a result of people just being afraid to talk about it.
Why don't gay people just leave Texas?
Feeling, someone may not want to hear what I have to say. And this is all about empowerment through a sense of the feeling that
I mean,
underneath
Texas
it all
isn't a very
human
gay
beings.
state, apparently.
Hosting
Maybe you
conversations
don't
like
live
this.
there.
Asking questions.
What the fuck?
Thank
Why
you
do they
both,
have to
Heidi
gay
and Brad, for
up
joining us this morning. We
Texas?
do appreciate your time.
Thank you so
Why
much.
do they have to fucking gay up everything? It's not gay enough here. It's not gay. It's like, you know, what I mean, you're gay, right? Or you're black, and you move to some podunk ass town in the middle of nowhere, right? Where you know that this ain't your town. You probably shouldn't be living there because you're gonna have problems. But you're gonna try to make them change their town for you because you're a fucking weirdo. You got some shit wrong with your brain. Everybody's got to change because of you. You're very limited percentage of society. Like, that's what they're doing. They're going to these small towns in Texas. Like, hey man, Brokeback Mountain. We're gonna make this a Brokeback Mountain town. You know, like what? They're like, oh no, we ain't gonna make it that. You better go back out of here, boy. Fucking gay shit, looking at me all weird. You know, like, what are you doing? If you want to be flamboyant, there are places for that. There are a lot of places for that. You got to get to the coast usually, or you can go to Denver. That's not a coastal city. You just got to go to a very democratic city, and you can be extra gay out there. But no, they want to be extra gay everywhere. Like, civil rights movement just happened. It wasn't really that long ago, and they want everything. They want everyone to accept them for beautiful sexuality. Let me wear my assless cheeks, man. Come on, my assless chaps. Let me wear my assless chaps. I'm allowed to do that. I'm a grown man. Hey, Miss Bungle. Good morning. I'm hungry. Eat something. Need to eat something. What? What?
The Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri has a tram system inside of it to take passengers all the way to the observation deck at the top. Let's explore how the arch was constructed.
I had no idea that you could go in that thing. I've passed by it so many times, dude.
The purpose of it. Let's rewind the clock a few hundred years. European colonists started arriving on the east coast of what is now the United States. Then slowly they started moving farther inland. This is termed the westward expansion. The city of St. Louis was founded in 1764. Gateway Arch. The Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri has a tram system inside of it to take passengers all the way to the observation deck at the top. Let's explore how the arch was constructed.
Yeah, I've been to St. Louis multiple times.
And of course, the tram ride to the top of the arch. My name's Jared.
I always wondered
animations to show and explain.
I always wonder, why do they have this weird arch here, dude? Like, does it serve a purpose having an observation deck, though?
This one. The Gateway Arch is the world's tallest arch at 192 meters high.
Oh.
It's similar to other structures like the Eiffel Tower, Space Needle, and Elizabeth Tower or Big Ben. These structures are icons for the cities where they are built. Let's take a look at the story for the Gateway Arch. Missouri is a state located in the Midwestern region of the United States. The city of St. Louis is right on the edge of that. The arch is here, right along the Mississippi River. Downtown St. Louis is to the west of the arch. And across the Mississippi River is the state of Illinois. The arch has a unique shape. If I take a chain and let it hang down, this is called a catenary curve. Now take that same shape and flip it upside down. Now it's an inverted catenary curve. This is the shape of the Gateway Arch. It's the shape that will best support its own weight. The arch was built between 1963 and 1965, and it cost $13 million US. That's almost $100 million US in the year 2024. The arch has the same height and width, 192 meters. Over 1 million people come to see the arch each year. The arch is resistant to earthquakes, lightning strikes, and in high winds, it can sway up to 46 centimeters. So why was the Gateway Arch built? What's the purpose of it? Let's rewind the clock a few hundred years. European colonists started arriving on the east coast of what is now the United States. Then slowly they started moving farther inland. this is termed the westward expansion. The city of St. Louis was founded in 1764. Shortly after, the United States became a country. This is what it looked like before 1803. St. Louis was one of the famous last stops to gather supplies before making their way over the plains. In other words, it was the gateway to the west. You see where I'm going here? In the 1940s, they held a design competition. The idea was to build a monument to honor the legacy of westward expansion. Out of 172 entries, they chose the design of Eero Saarinen, a Finnish-American architect. He had the most unique design out of all of them. He decided to build an arch that would represent the gateway to the west. That is why it has the name Gateway Arch. Sadly, Eero Saarinen passed away before construction even started on the arch, but today he is still honored as the designer of the arch. There was a lot of criticism for the arch at first. Can we really build something like this? How would it look against the St. Louis skyline? It's almost similar to the origin story of the Eiffel Tower. Not everybody wanted it at first. Nonetheless, plans moved forward for the arch. So how do you build an arch like this? Most buildings are built with a supporting structure on the inside first, and then the outside layers go on last. This time, what we have is different than a typical building. The Gateway Arch has what's called an orthotropic design. What this means is that there is no internal structure. The metal on the outside, that is the structure. That's what's holding it up and supporting all the weight. Building a support structure just for the construction would have been enormous and not very practical. So instead, they would just start from both sides, build upwards, and then meet in the middle. Easier said than done. In 1961, they started digging the foundation for the arch, 18 meters deep, which is about 6 stories down. They laid concrete and steel tensioning rods in several layers. This provides a solid base for the layers of the arch. Construction of the arch actually started in 1963. The pieces were built in equilateral triangles, and that word equilateral, it just means that all 3 sides have the same length. Each triangular section had stainless steel panels on the exterior and carbon steel panels on the interior. The metalwork was done in steel mills in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then shipped all the way to St. Louis, Missouri. The triangular pieces were too big to ship all at once, so they were assembled in separate pieces and shipped by rail. There was a railway that went right by the construction site. The triangular pieces were welded together on site right next to where they were building the arch. There are 142 of these triangular pieces. Where they are joined together, this is called a station, and they numbered all of these. At the very top is station 0. Then going down each side, station 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way down to station 71 at the base of each leg. The triangular pieces are largest at the bottom and smallest at the very top. Once a piece was ready, it was lifted by crane and gently placed in position. As each new piece was placed, it was welded together. The welds needed to be so good that it acted as one continuous piece of metal to support the weight of the arch. Then the reinforced concrete was poured in between to make the arch legs stronger. There were 2 teams working together to build the sides of the arch at the same time. They had post-tensioning rods going down the sides of each leg. These helped to hold the legs upright as they were built higher and curved inwards towards each other. These cranes could only help build the arch for the first 6 pieces, 22 meters tall. After that, the engineers planned to use a very unique solution. The tracks were built on each side of the arch, and this is called a creeper derrick. It's basically a mobile crane that will travel up the side of the arch as it's built. So it lifts new pieces of the arch in place. Once there are 4 pieces above the derrick, we can bolt in another piece of track. Now it's able to move up to a new height and continue working. This was really the first time that something like this had been done. These platforms can be tilted in place. That way they can stay level as they move up the sides of the arch. These letters on the side, PDM, that stands for Pittsburgh Des Moines Steel Company, one of the contracted companies that helped build the...
Just picking it up from the mic. My left. Maybe it didn't sound good. Maybe they just don't like me. I mean, there's nothing really here to see. I'm gonna get off here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Sister T. Have a good day.